August 2026 is not just another month on the astronomical calendar. Above us, the night sky is preparing a series of remarkable events that can transform an ordinary evening into something unforgettable. Some of these events will be visible with the naked eye, while others will reveal their beauty through binoculars or a small telescope. But the real wonder is not simply what we see. It is the realization that these events are happening across an enormous universe while we stand beneath the same sky. The first event is one of the most spectacular meteor displays of the year, the Perseid meteor shower. Every August, Earth moves through a stream of tiny particles left behind by an ancient comet. As these particles enter our atmosphere at incredible speeds, they heat up and create brilliant streaks of light across the darkness. These are the meteors we call the Perseids. What makes the Perseids especially fascinating is their speed and brightness. On a good night, dozens of meteors can appear within an hour under dark skies. Some may leave glowing trails that remain visible for several seconds, creating the impression that the stars themselves are falling from the heavens. The Perseids seem to originate from a region of the sky near the constellation Perseus, but their true source is much farther away. Each shooting star is actually a tiny fragment of material traveling through space before meeting Earth's atmosphere. And there is something deeply humbling about watching them. The light you see may last only a moment, but the journey behind that flash began millions of kilometers away. A particle drifting silently through space suddenly collides with our atmosphere, creating a brilliant burst that someone on Earth can witness for a fraction of a second. During August 2026, the Perseid meteor shower becomes one of the major highlights of the month. The best viewing conditions will depend on your location, local weather, moonlight, and how dark your surroundings. August 2026 night sky. The month offers several remarkable astronomical events that can make ordinary nights unforgettable. August 2026 arrives with a night sky that feels almost alive, offering moments that can make us pause and look upward with a sense of wonder. The universe may appear quiet from Earth, but beyond what our eyes can immediately see, countless objects are constantly moving, interacting, and traveling through space. During this month, several astronomical events create opportunities to witness some of that activity from our own planet. What makes these events special is that they do not require us to travel into space. The universe comes to us through light, motion, and fleeting moments in the darkness. Among the most exciting sights is the annual Perseid meteor shower, which becomes a major attraction during August. Earth passes through a stream of dust and tiny particles associated with an ancient comet. As these fragments encounter Earth's atmosphere at tremendous speeds, friction and atmospheric compression cause them to heat up and glow. From the ground, this produces the familiar streaks of light commonly called shooting stars. The experience can be surprisingly dramatic. One moment, the sky appears completely still, filled with distant stars. Then a brilliant line suddenly crosses the darkness and disappears almost instantly. Another meteor may follow several minutes later, reminding us that the sky is constantly changing even when we cannot see the movement. For anyone watching during August 2026, the experience is not simply about counting meteors. It is about recognizing that every flash has a cosmic story behind it. A tiny fragment that spent an enormous amount of time traveling through space can create a brief moment of light visible from Earth. That connection between something incredibly small and something unimaginably vast is what makes the August sky so fascinating. The Perseid meteor shower, one of the most spectacular annual meteor showers, created when Earth passes through debris left behind by an ancient comet. The Perseid meteor shower is one of the most anticipated celestial displays of the year, and its appearance in August gives Skywatchers a reason to spend more time beneath the stars. What appears to us as a sudden streak of light actually begins with tiny particles traveling through space. These fragments are associated with the debris trail of a comet, and Earth passes through this material as it follows its regular path around the sun. When those particles encounter our atmosphere at tremendous speeds, They become intensely heated and produce the glowing trails we recognize as meteors. The beauty of the Perseids comes from their unpredictability. You can stare at the sky for several minutes and see nothing unusual. Then suddenly, a brilliant meteor flashes across your field of vision. Some are faint and disappear almost immediately, while others can be surprisingly bright and leave a noticeable trail behind them. This uncertainty makes meteor watching exciting because you never know exactly when the next streak will appear. The meteors seem to radiate from the direction of the constellation Perseus, which is why they are known as the Perseids. However, the meteors themselves are not actually coming from that constellation. The apparent point of origin is a perspective effect caused by Earth's movement through the debris stream. During August 2026, the Perseids can provide a memorable opportunity to experience the night sky without complicated equipment. A telescope is not necessary because meteors move too quickly for focused observation through a narrow field of view. Instead, a wide view of the sky allows you to notice more activity. The real magic is simply waiting patiently and allowing the darkness to reveal what is already happening above you. Brilliant shooting stars. Perseid meteors can appear as fast breeze. One of the most fascinating things about a meteor shower is the sudden appearance of bright shooting stars across an otherwise peaceful sky. During the Perseids, these meteors can move incredibly fast, crossing the atmosphere in a matter of seconds. To someone standing beneath the night sky, the experience can feel almost magical. There may be no warning at all. The stars remain still, the darkness appears unchanged, and then a brilliant streak suddenly flashes across the sky before disappearing. These meteors are created when small particles from space collide with Earth's atmosphere at extremely high speeds. Although many of these particles are tiny, their enormous velocity allows them to produce visible light as they interact with the atmosphere. The glowing trail is not actually a star falling toward Earth. Instead, it is the result of a small piece of cosmic debris becoming heated and luminous high above the ground. Some Perseid meteors are relatively faint, while others can become remarkably bright. The brighter ones can attract attention even when the sky is not perfectly dark. Occasionally, a meteor can leave a glowing trail that seems to linger for a short moment after the object itself has disappeared. These rare flashes are among the most memorable experiences for anyone watching a meteor shower. The best part is that no complicated equipment is required. Your eyes can capture a much wider portion of the sky than a telescope. Simply find a comfortable position, look upward, and give yourself enough time to adapt to the darkness. Avoid bright lights and phone screens whenever possible. Then wait. The sky may seem silent for several minutes, but that silence is part of the experience. Suddenly, another meteor may appear, revealing for just a moment the incredible activity taking place above our planet. How to watch the Perseids. Dark skies away from city lights, comfortable positioning, and allowing your eyes to adjust to darkness can greatly improve the experience. Watching the Perseid meteor shower does not require expensive equipment or advanced knowledge of astronomy. In many ways, the simplest approach can provide the most rewarding experience. The most important factor is finding a location with as little artificial light as possible. City lights can wash out the faint stars and weaker meteors, making the sky appear much less active than it really is. Moving to a darker location, such as a rural area or an open field away from major sources of light, can reveal far more of the night sky. Once you have found a suitable location, give your eyes time to adjust. Human vision becomes significantly more sensitive to faint light after spending time in darkness. Looking at a bright phone screen can interfere with this adjustment, so keeping screens dim or avoiding them altogether can make a noticeable difference. A comfortable chair, blanket, or reclining position can also help because meteor watching often involves looking upward for an extended period. There is no need to stare at one specific star or constellation. Meteors can appear across a wide region of the sky, so maintaining a broad view gives you a better chance of noticing them. Patience is also essential. The sky may remain quiet for several minutes before a meteor suddenly flashes across the darkness. Weather conditions matter as well. Clouds can completely hide the display, while haze and humidity may reduce visibility. Choosing a clear night with good atmospheric conditions can greatly improve the experience. Most importantly, allow yourself to enjoy the moment rather than treating the shower like a race to count meteors. Each flash lasts only briefly, but the experience of seeing a piece of cosmic debris illuminate Earth's atmosphere can stay in your memory long after the night is over. A connection to the universe. Every meteor represents a tiny piece of cosmic history, reminding us that Earth is constantly moving through a vast and active universe. The true wonder of the August night sky is not simply the number of meteors we can see, but the connection those brief flashes create between Earth and the enormous universe beyond it. When a meteor crosses the sky, it can be easy to think of it as nothing more than a beautiful streak of light. But behind that moment is a much larger story involving ancient cosmic material, planetary motion, and the endless journey of objects through space. The tiny particles responsible for meteors have traveled through the solar system long before reaching Earth's atmosphere. They can remain in space for enormous periods of time, following paths influenced by gravity and the movement of larger celestial bodies. Eventually, Earth's orbit carries our planet directly through their path. For a brief moment, something that has spent so long traveling through darkness becomes visible from the surface of our world. That is what makes meteor watching so powerful. A flash may last only a second or two, yet it connects us with events taking place far beyond our everyday surroundings. We are standing on a small planet, looking into a universe filled with stars, planets, comets, galaxies, and countless pieces of ancient material. During August 2026, looking toward the night sky can therefore become more than simple observation. It can become a reminder of how dynamic our universe really is. Earth is not sitting still in an empty darkness. It is traveling around the sun, moving through streams of cosmic debris, while the entire solar system continues its journey through the Milky Way. So when the next meteor suddenly appears, take a moment before looking away. That brief flash is a small but beautiful reminder that we are part of something far larger than we can see.